Smash the like button if you want to dunk. Subscribe if you want to dunk on somebody's head. This is BoingVERT. We're going to look at a little bit of science behind vertical jumping. And today, it'll be a short video. It's an article called The Relationship Between Vertical Jump Height and Muscle Size and the Quality of the Rectus Femoris and the Vastus Lateralis. We have some Latin in there, but it's really not that complicated. Vastus Lateralis, look at the picture on the screen. You can see what the Vastus Lateralis is. Surprise, surprise, you know what it is. We're going to call it VL from here on out, just so we don't have to keep saying Vastus Lateralis. And what they did in this study is they used ultrasound to do a cross-sectional analysis of the muscle. And they're looking at the size of the muscle and the quality of the muscle. Let's say the density of the muscle might be another way to put it. Not exactly right, but that's a good way to think about it. And what they found was that, well, let me just read what they say. The present findings of a significant positive relationship between jump height and VL suggests that muscle size of the VL, the Vastus Lateralis, may play an important role in vertical jump performance. These findings highlight the need for training programs aimed to increase the size of the VL, as this may be beneficial for improving vertical jump height in younger adults. So what they did is they scanned these young kids, young adults, to me I'm a little older, they scanned them and with ultrasound, they measured the size of the VL and the quality of the VL, and when they did this, they then tested the vertical jump height, and the athletes who had a higher vert had a larger VL and a denser VL. It's important to note that in this study they didn't find a correlation between the rectus femoris and vertical jump height. Now, we need to take this with a grain of salt. It's one study, and they used 17 subjects in the study, 17 participants who volunteered. So it's a small sample size, it's one study, but it's interesting. So there is this study, and we'll see where this study goes. But we've noticed at BoingVERT that athletes who do have a slightly larger, harder Vastus Lateralis tend to jump higher. And what's interesting, I'm going to do another video on this. Bodybuilders, you know, when you look at their legs, every muscle's big, but they also have a big Vastus Lateralis, and they have incredible vert heights when they jump. We've known this for a while, that guys with that size and bulk tend to have a way above average vertical jump height. They can dunk a basketball fairly easily. And this VL, this enlarged VL, this good quality VL, could be the reason for that. Again, this is early. It's a smaller study, but we're watching this. And when we design our programs, that's what we're looking for. Little things like this that might add an inch or two here or there. You know, and you combine all of this, and all of a sudden you're getting, instead of 8 inches, you're getting 10 inches. You know, and I know a lot of you guys are close to dunking. So these small studies, these small tweaks in our program, we're constantly updating, and we're testing, and we're seeing what works. Where we know that a lot of you are so close to dunking. Some of you are so close to just hanging on the rim. And some of the younger guys want to smack glass on a layup. Well, these little things add up. I always tell people, and I'm going to say this in a lot of these videos, how many times have you been like an inch or two away from getting a block shot? Like blocking somebody's shot. And then how many times an inch or two more would have allowed you to get your shot off? Right? So these small differences in vertical jump height make a big difference when you're playing basketball. And you know, when your adrenaline's going and you've done this training, you never know. You might catch a rebound and throw it down. I mean, you know when you're getting close to dunking, you know when you go for a layup, and I'm sure a lot of you have experienced this. You get a fast break layup or you go down the lane and you jump and you lay it in, and like the back of your wrist hits the rim. And you realize, man, I almost had to just turn my hand and I might have dunked it. So these small increases can make a major difference in your game. And if a scout's watching, if there's a coach in the stands, that little bit of extra vertical, just that little bit of extra vertical can catch their eye. It makes you look more athletic, more dynamic, more explosive. And as your vert increases, typically your quickness increases. So you're cutting people off faster. You have a quicker first step. It makes you stronger. You can rip a rebound down. somebody's hanging on you and they wrap you up and you still get the shot off for the and one. Well, a lot of things happen when you make small differences. And last thing I'll end on is this research is from 2018. There's a lot of vertical jump research going on. A lot. So BoingVERT's constantly looking at this research and seeing where we can tweak and make differences to the program. Again, this is a small sample size, but we've noticed a similar pattern when we study great jumpers. Go to BoingVERT.com. Our programs are cheaper. Go to BoingVERT.com. Our programs are more affordable than anyone else's program on the market. Why is that? One, because I was 16 years old once and my parents didn't have a ton of money. So we wanted to price this so anybody can get our program. Our price point does not reflect our quality at all. So some people think, you pay for something that's cheaper, you're going to get cheaper quality. Not true. In the digital age, that's not true. It's just not true. The reason we priced it is because I wanted to respect you guys and give you something anyone can afford. I just don't want kids who have wealthy parents to be able to buy this. I want kids anywhere at any income level to be able to buy this program. And I'll tell you just really quickly, when I was growing up, the only program on the market was Air Alert. That was it. And, it was okay. It hurt a lot of people's knees. It's a lot of reps, but it was $10. And I was so thankful because I was living in Rock Hill, South Carolina. We lived in a double wide trailer of sorts. Parents were not that wealthy. And $10 was $10. And thank God it was $10, because if it had been $169 or whatever these other programs sell for, I never would have got the program. And I always remembered that. So that's why we price our programs where they are. Yes, I could sell BoingVERT for a lot more money and probably make a lot more money. BoingVERT does very well, don't get me wrong, but we wanted more athletes to have our program. We wanted anybody who wanted to jump higher and was serious about training, they could afford it. It's online, it's digital, you buy now, you can literally start in the next 5 minutes. If you have any questions, we have chat that's 24/7. We try to man it 24 hours a day. We get a lot of chats, so put your email in. If we don't get to you, we will get back to you within 24 hours. Usually we can respond right away, but not always. And you can always email us at boingvert@gmail.com. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.